B.
It's your boy T Kane.
And this is the Non-Negotiable Podcast. T Kane, out the gate, baby. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, bro. I'm feeling good. I'm really it's a Sunday. Man, we got work tomorrow. We almost on spring break.
2 weeks.
Shoot, a couple more months before the summer. You said we got, 10 weeks?
10 weeks.
So in my head, I'm just really counting down the days today, just staying strong, staying mentally prepared. But I'm going to kick it back to you, bro. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm blessed just thinking about it.
Man. No, for real.
Really blessed. I already have my way right now. I'm really grateful for that.
I like that.
We're on episode number 2.
I like that.
Got good feedback from episode number 1.
Great feedback.
We're going to gradually grow with every single episode, whether it's content, whether it's quality, delivery, and we're just excited. It's a journey for us, something new.
And I just want to really thank everybody that took the time out there to watch our podcast. There's a million other things that you could have been doing, but I want to speak for you, I feel like, and say, we really appreciate that. I want to thank everybody. And hopefully, it's going to continue to keep growing, and you guys keep tuning in week by week, because I'm telling you, we're going to put out more content, better content. We're going to be talking about all types of things, a variety of different topics. So just stay tuned in, stay growing with us, stay tuned into our journey. I'm telling you, y'all are definitely going to be entertained.
It's definitely going to be a year of growth. Like I said, we got a lot of things in store. Right now in the planning process, getting things organized. Now some guests coming on later on in the year. We're just really excited for this journey.
Yeah, big guests.
And you guys going to see it firsthand. But this week we will continue on a combo from last week on
Part 2.
Relationships do not last. And TK, why do you think, or what's the reason for why relationships don't last?
All right, so I was on Facebook the other day, and somebody posted something. You know how things get a lot of shares. It was like this viral comment. It was like, don't marry someone if your family don't like him. Ooh, when I tell you it was spicy. I'm talking about super spicy. When you see stuff like that, you just go straight to the comments to see what everybody else talking about. I'm like, oh look, let me see what they talking about on this one, because I relate to this. All the way almost two.
Home.
Yeah, he home.
Home.
So I'm going through the comments, and it's 50-50. I'm like, dang. Some people saying don't ever marry somebody if your mama don't like them, if your dad don't like them. Some people man, I'm thank God that my wife or my husband ain't like that, because if that was the case, we wouldn't be married today. And me, because my kids always say this in class, me personally, I ain't gonna even hold you, bro. My mama did not with my wife when I first met her. And look, I'm keeping it clean because my marking, you feel me?
PG-13.
Yeah, PG-13. But my mama didn't. She wasn't fooling with my wife when I first met her. But it's also different. I think my mom was on some stuff to where it's bro, you not grown. Y'all 16, 17, acting like y'all married.
Yeah.
And she
priority shifted.
Yeah.
Mama saw that.
Right. So it's just I think my mama was more so on that, but that didn't sway me or, sway me in choosing an alternative. I'm man, forget that. I know what I want. My mama not married. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And shout out to my mama, I love you, for real. If you watching it, I appreciate you, everything you do. But my mama not married though. You know what I'm saying? My mama didn't grow up in a married home.
Didn't see it.
You feel me? So it's hard for my mama to give me advice on something that she's not living it, especially when I knew this is the girl I wanted to be with.
And there's no shade, as a parent, we respect you guys. We definitely come out for advice, but the advice we're looking for is in your field of expertise.
Facts.
I love Mama to death. I would not go to my mom for workout advice.
Mm-hmm.
And I respect her. I would go to a trainer or a strength and conditioning coach.
Right.
So it's being selective of who I go to for the advice. It's a major thing.
And you have to, because bro, if you don't, you're gonna be misguided, bro. And then you're just gonna be to a point to where you get and you're like, well, dang, if I would have just gave this person a chance, if I would have listened to my own heart instead of everybody else's mind that was probably skewed based on negative past experiences, then maybe I could have had a different outcome. But just to piggyback on what the topic, it's what would you do though if your mama So you grown right now. Like you grown. When I went through it, I was in the stage to where I was like a child. You grown now. So if you introducing, so you would have to go through that whole process of like, and by the way, just to pick, my mom and my wife eventually became really good friends.
Oh, yeah.
We talk all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Growth.
But real growth, like real growth. But what would you do since you grown? You would have to actually take your mama back to Podunk, Arkansas. I mean, take your girl back to Podunk, Arkansas.
Well, man, look, hey, let me go ahead and try to see y'all. We ain't gonna do that. Hey, look, you 200 in from CrossFit Arkansas, they 7-0. Hey, what? Baby, we here, baby. We here. Hey, look, but real spill, if my mom was not in favor of somebody I was dating, it wouldn't bother me. I've dated girls. My mom was just like, son, I don't think that's it.
Yeah.
And I respect my mom, but she know the son she raised. I'm a headstrong dude. Like I learned the hard way and know that it wasn't for me to take your word for me and live with regret.
Facts, bro.
So I'm rolling that dirt. I'm rolling that dirt. I'm closing it dirty. But like I said, at that time, my mom was right. I ain't prideful, I'm not egomaniac. I can admit it was times like, you know, mom, listen, you gotta say time, money, and effort.
Mm-hmm.
But it was times too where there was some great women on the other side of that my mom couldn't foresee.
Wait a minute, bro. How old are you?
I'm only 23.
Bro, how many girls have you?
But my mom has met two, three. I don't really count one because we're so young, but two.
Okay.
And my mama probably shooting about 30 feet from the field.
All right, no, wait a minute. I gotta ask you this too, because I gotta put it out there.
What's up?
So, how many girls have you talked to that didn't get to meet Mom?
Bruh, man, I think two, that's in college.
And why?
So look, if you gonna be my family, bro, like, it gotta be that almost. It almost gotta be that.
Yeah.
So like, I'm going through the process of trying to see, are you ready for that?
Mm-hmm.
I come from a very blunt, strong family.
Yeah.
If my sister Daisy with a dude, if she don't like you, we don't talk behind your back. They be like, yeah, we ain't really fooling with you.
Mm-hmm.
So if I would try to protect you from that if I could, but also like, we gotta do some serious stuff for you to go through that process.
Yeah.
Because like everybody can't meet your mom.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, my mom raised me alone. So my mom is like my dad. I tell my mom everything.
Mm-hmm.
Good stories, bad stories, stuff I probably did, stuff I should never did.
Mm-hmm.
I told her good, bad, and ugly. And it's just like we have that dynamic, that relationship. So, you know, I'm not really too much concerned about somebody meeting my dudes. My mama, she gonna tell me, but you gotta pry. Now my mom, she's more like, you know, considerate.
Mm-hmm.
I have to pry out of her. Oh, Mark, she cool. No, give me the real deal.
How you really feel?
Give me the real deal, Mom, because
Okay.
I can take it.
Let's take it a little deeper though.
Let's go.
Let's take it a little
I
deeper.
just want
All right, we finna see.
Let's do it.
We
Let's
sure
do it.
finna see. Because it's a difference between being able to swim in them regulation pools.
Oh, yeah.
But when you get into them real waters, I'm talking about them
Waves.
them shark infested.
Yeah.
Cause look, so we finna see. We finna see.
Yeah.
All right, so boom. Your mama, you say your mama's opinion. Not gonna say it doesn't matter, but you wouldn't put too much weight on her opinion if it differed from yours concerning a relationship, right?
Yeah.
So what if y'all in a relationship and your girl and your mama get into it? Now what?
So first of all, I'm gonna question the whole scenario.
Okay, and hold up, and let me give you some context.
I need
Let
context.
me give you some context.
I need it.
Mama tripping.
Oh, so it's my fault.
It's mama tripping. Mama is on some like, dang, like, you know your girl kind of has a valid point, and it's just like, but your mama and her kind of now they didn't butt heads, and
It's all bad.
it's just bad. Like, how do you? Does that ultimately stop you from? Because a lot of people, bro, I know a lot of people are dealing with this in relationships. The daddy don't like the brother, the boyfriend, the mama don't. They probably had some words. Maybe it wasn't too bad, but it's some type of tension and friction there. You know what I'm saying? To where everything just isn't going as smooth as possible. And it's like a lot of people don't. I'm sure the people who are dealing with that are like wondering, like, dang, like what should I do? And it's like, I have a perfect story to because I've gone through that myself. But I want to know, like, if that happened to you, or if it's happened to you, what would you do, or what did you do?
I think in that instance, you gotta come to the mediator. Because it's like, okay, my mom was wrong there.
Okay.
Now, of course, I'm not gonna tell my mom from my girl, Mom, you wrong, blah, blah, because I know my family. Like, everybody pride and about is all bad. So you gotta talk to your girl and be like, yo, look, I see your point's valid, I'm here with you, but we gotta kind of be more mindful of how we delivering this. Like, I'm not sure reaction you're expecting to get by how we handle this.
Yeah.
You can't kind of like a mediator, go to your mom, like, Mom, I get you mean well, you intend the best for me, but you should let me handle this. Like, with disagreement, you could have came about it to me and I would have presented it. But by, cause like, sometimes when a girl meets your mom, they don't have the same respect you have for your mom. So of course, to them, I'm a grown up, like you're grown up. For instance, you're with a dad, right?
Right.
If a dad comes to you sideways, what you think?
What's up?
I'm a grown man.
What's up?
So you got to put the same thing out of women. So it's kind of like, look, Mom, like, felt some kind of way. This is my partner, who I tend to be with. Let me handle it.
More context.
Let's hear it.
This is 2 years into the relationship. It's not no new nothing.
But regardless, though, like, they're not gonna have the same respect for mama have. Like her dad, I know if her dad came beside us cussing me out, I'm gonna tell him, like, you got to pipe down.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like you.
Or else what?
Like, it's that. It's that. Like, I ain't even about to do it. But you gotta stand on something at some point.
Right.
So I know the same thing with women. Like, you gonna come over and tell me who I am and what I gotta do? Nah, like, I'm me. So the same thing with that. Like, Mom, I give you mean well, but I feel like, let me handle it.
Right.
Let me kind of explain to you in better context what she intended by that.
Yeah.
So I was trying to how to be here, like, to go and they understand it. I don't want my partner, my mom clashing.
Facts.
So like, you got to be middleman. But
some things
I got a
we
scenario
can't
for you though. I got a scenario for you.
I'm ready.
Look, you got a sister, right?
I got one. Yeah.
Your sister.
We ain't talking right now, but
but that's just blood though.
She blood. We'll get back.
So you got a sister, and your girl, they're at odds. Like, they really finna go bad. Cause it is the same age.
Right now, I might help I'm just playing.
We're gonna step out together. Yeah. but how do you handle that? How do you handle that?
Bro, like, I've already dealt with that before, and it's like, to be honest with you, I'm choosing wifey, especially if wifey not tripping. Like, I know wifey, because I know my wife not gonna be tripping, bro. Because she's not even confrontation. And I'm one who's going to really look at both sides, and I'm not putting emotions in it whatsoever. I'm trying I want to know who's right, who's wrong. And it's like, who's ever wrong, you finna know it from me.
Hey.
Like, I don't care who, what kind of relationship we have, how deep we are. All that I'm riding for you, whether you right or wrong, is stupid to me. Yeah. I'm not riding for you if you're wrong, bro.
Now we wrong.
No, we wrong.
No, we wrong.
I'm not riding for you whether right or wrong, bro. I'm riding for you if you're right, but if you're wrong, I'm gonna call you out on it. So it just depends on who's really wrong in the situation, and I'm not worried about any type of repercussion that comes from that. Like, if you want to stop talking to me because you're wrong, good. I don't need you talking to me anyway because you messed up in the head, and I don't need that negative energy around me, bro. Because anybody who cannot acknowledge their flaws and their wrongness in the situation is a dangerous individual that I do not want to be around. So therefore, like I said, so just a actual real scenario, bro. My wife and my mom got into it a couple times. One time, and it's funny, so we can all talk about it. But
it's funny now.
Yeah, it's funny now. It wasn't funny at the time. But one time, my mom and my wife was riding for my son's football game together in Oklahoma. So they were friends before they went. And I get a call, my wife like, bro, come get me right now. Like, just because if not, I'm gonna tell her to drop me off on the side of the road. I'm like, bro, what? So it's one of them situations, and I really had to see who was wrong. It ended up being, I know my mom ain't gonna like this, but mama was wrong, bro. And it had to get addressed. You know what I'm saying? And when it got addressed, I'm just letting it know, like, hey, bro, like, I love you, but at the end of the day, wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not choosing no sides. I am choosing a side. I'm choosing the right side. Yeah. And once again, I'm not putting no emotions into that, but if I was a person who who like value my mom's like opinion so much on something, my mom probably would have told me, because I'm telling you, some words were said in that car.
Okay, really.
Some words were said in that car. So therefore, it's like if I would have went out for that situation, I probably still wouldn't be my wife today. There's been plenty of times like that, but just like if you're a family, it's really family.
Because you gotta think too, like I said last week, like confrontation is not meant to divide us. It's meant to make us grow.
Exactly.
So like I don't want to leave this again and feel like, my brother, my sister, my mom, we're not tight no more. Like I love y'all. Like I was blessed enough to be inherited by y'all from birth. Like I know with us, if I don't got nothing, I got them.
But facts.
So with them, we clash heads a lot. But at the end of the day, that's just my sister. My sister Deja. What up, dude? Again, love my sister to death. But she's very strong at being that. Right or wrong, you're gonna feel her.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's my sister, my brother the same way. Very headstrong, very confrontational. And when Mr. K, we kind of need to chill. We're like, no, we don't want to go smoke. But in the day, it's like, I can get mad at you for being who you are. I've known you my whole life. So with family, in relationship, like the topic is, like, my family not liking my partner. To me, it's not a deal breaker. Because we got our whole lives to go close together. At the end of the day, when they realize that, you know what, Mark love her, so we ain't got no choice but to accept her.
And when you're blending things, mixing different seasons, it's not gonna always hit right off the bat. Sometimes you gotta do a little more of this, a little more of that. But I think people, they don't even let it brew enough or experiment enough with it before they're like, okay, I can't do this. It's not working. We don't automatically clash with like this stereotypical like fairy tale like puzzle that's supposed to fit. Sometimes, man, you're gonna have to solve some of them edges a little bit and kind of make it fit a little bit. That's how relationships work sometimes.
I feel like as a man, too, what kind of man would you be to quit at the first sign of struggle? Because that tell me all.
Unless you just really don't really want to be there anyway.
That's a lot of problem.
Right.
You don't even want yourself. And now you feel like I got confirmation, she ain't the one, she did it's gone. But I feel like if you really fooled the shorty and your mom can sway, then like, everybody, reevaluate you. You probably should be alone for a second.
No,
figure out who you are, what you want to do.
You're still a little boy.
But in the day like this, is like, I think another reason why relationships don't last, because it's a same thing with this one, people being easily offended. There's no reason why if you're my partner and I'm dating you, I can't come to you with agreements and we get it solved. Like, let me take an example. Let me think. Like, I think it was one time in the past, like a girl I was dating, because you know me, I'm very routine driven. And I'm a guy, I'm a sacrifice the instant gratification for the long term goal. I don't care about how I'm feeling today. My mind is a year or two down the road. And I was dating a partner who was more so how I'm feeling today. It's how I'm rolling. But like now you're attached to me. So like, I'm gonna need you to thug it out. And trying to sit down and tell somebody who doesn't have structure to get structured, you may control it.
Facts.
And
that's what it's gonna be taken at.
Like, no. Like, look at the scenario. Look at who it benefits. If we apply a little structure, we gotta go, we gotta do what we gotta do, we get to go to compass. But to someone who ain't got no structure, that's control.
Well, it sounds like a prison sentence.
Like, bro, even like last week in church, he was talking about it. He was like, in the Bible, the Lord gives us freedom. But you're not free to watch pornography. You're free from the need to. You're not free to have multiple partners. You're free from the need to want to. So people confuse freedom with doing what you want, but you're free from having the drive and desire to do something that's unhealthy for you. So like, I'm like, get more structure. You get more structure, you'll be more free.
Facts.
But a lot of folks don't see that. And now we're arguing about something that I brought up that was meant to help us.
To help. And that's why you say he's offended, but oh my God, I've gone through this. But also, let me say this, because also it's about being easily offended, but it's also about working on your delivery too, the person delivering. Because I've always thought my wife was easily offended, which she definitely used to be, but it also was my delivery with a lot of things. I would come off as so aggressive. We were watching a Hard Knocks probably like a month ago, and it was a coach, Deuce Staley, for the Eagles or whatever. I mean for the Lions. I'm sorry, for the Lions, he was running back coach. And he was talking to the kids, and he was yelling, but he really wasn't yelling. It was just his passion coming out. And she was like, dude, that's exactly how you act. Or at least especially used to act. And I'm like, because I had said something, I was like, dang, he on one. She's like, bro, that's exactly how you used to act. I'm like, oh, dang. Yeah. So that's how you saw me? And she was like, yeah, that's like, you in a football, you got this football mindset. It's just like, you need to be able to tone it down some. And since like, when she said that, it like made me realize like, dang, maybe I do have to like make sure that I'm catering my message to the crowd that I'm delivering it to. You know what I'm saying? Because some people might, although you're, so I've heard this quote from a very a wise man. It said, the roadway to hell is paved with good intentions, with the bricks.
I heard it. Yeah, that's Jim too.
So your intentions could be well-meaning, but the actual result of it is not. It doesn't have to be congruent with your intentions. Like you could really be damaging this person, like because you're not meeting them where where they need to be. But also it's a tug of war type of thing because they also have to realize too that dang, maybe I am being a little too sensitive and maybe I need to up my emotional intelligence up a little bit so I can meet this person where they at. But it's gotta be a healthy a healthy balance, like yin and yang with it.
Because it's kind of like the wise prophet Larry Jones said.
My boy, Larry Jones.
So he said, I don't look at intentions, I like execution.
I'm telling you, bro.
So it's like I can come at you with the best intent, but how I go into put my intent into action is gonna overshadow my intent. Mm-hmm. So I feel like you gotta be aware of that, but also too that goes to knowing your partner. Mm-hmm. You knew I was a passionate dude when we got together.
Facts.
Everything I do, I be passionate. I show my emotions, like I got a problem with doing that. So it's kind of like, you know me in the sense like, and it's not an excuse for me to get away with it. Mm-hmm. It just sounds like, my heart, I would never intend to disrespect you or you feel threatened in any kind of way. It's just like, I'm passionate about us, my love for you is strong.
Yeah, but it's a lot of people aren't that aware of themselves in general. So they can't even notice it in you. They just, all they see is like, what you know what I'm saying? People don't automatically look at the positive things in life. When they wake up, people not thinking like, oh my God, I'm so thankful to be alive. I'm so thankful that I can take a deep breath and breathe. People like, oh my God, I need 10 more minutes. I don't want to go to work. Oh, I don't want to get in this traffic. Oh, I'm so sleepy. So that's usually what people are first waking up with. So that's going on throughout their lives. They're carrying that on throughout their day. So you think when they get to you, they thinking, oh my God, he's the greatest thing for me. No, they're like, what is his flaw? Oh, he might be trying to control me. I knew it. I know
something about
you worked out, you got dressed. I knew it was he a narcissist.
You almost got me.
He's a narcissist. He's a narcissist. So it's like people don't look for the good things. So they're not getting shown those good things. They're automatically kind of looking for. They're automatically kind of on edge. What's gonna bust out behind this door? It's kind of like everybody kind of creeping through a scary house as they're walking through life. Kind of like, hold up, what is it? When it's really like, bro, relax a little bit.
And the thing about too, a lot of women, they're been with like a good man, a good guy, a guy that move with intention, that actually execute. Right. So it's like I'm telling you, like, yo, be cool, you in good hands. Mm-hmm. I'll say stand. Like you hear me? You good right now. But it's still like, last guy told me that he dropped me. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like, you gotta like repower yourself and learn how to properly love and also learn how to give trust. I'm working on that. Cause I've been burnt a couple times, like bad women hurt my heart tough. And it's like having to go through and like relearning how to trust people. Yeah. Like I'm not looking, like I'm the opposite. I ain't looking for the bad, I'm just saying detached.
And I think that's because it's a tough game because I haven't been hurt by women per se, but I've been hurt by a lot of business partners in life. Mm. So it's like
hurt more money.
Oh my God,
that hurt more. Oh my God. Hurt my heart. That was pockets. Don't do that.
Because the money was my girlfriend. It's like they took them. So I don't know, bro. I got like a little, like it's. But I can't. So I used to have a harder stance point on this where it was like. No, bro, like go into there naked. Just go into every relationship naked. Don't be afraid of getting hurt. Just kind of like be open. Because trying to avoid pain only brings the pain towards you even faster. Oh, yeah. Like what you're trying to avoid, you're actually attracting to you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you're focusing on is avoiding this instead of like gaining something. So you have to make sure, you really got to make sure that you're not going into anything half-hearted or trying to make sure that you're protecting yourself, because the etymology or the root of protecting one means that I feel that I'm in danger. If you're putting that energy out, like I feel like I'm in danger, what do you think you're going to attract? Something dangerous.
It's already more.
It's going to even hurt even worse, because you're trying to brace yourself in this pain that's not even really going to hurt that as much as you think. It's really all mental anyway.
I want to think that. Think about like, religious self-foundation is intimacy.
I just went off on a rant, but
nah, speak your mind, but it's what you're here for. It's our show.
Yeah,
it's our show. But no, like the foundation of a good relationship is intimacy. Intimacy is not sexual. If you're like into you, I say, I see it like into you. I see it. I want to really get to know you,
right?
And for me to do that, you gotta let your guard down.
Bro, it cannot. It literally cannot work unless the other person's guard is down. It's going to be like literally a wall up. Like, especially if one person is all the way in and it's like all the way naked. I'm like, and once again, nobody can really just be all the way. Like, you're gonna be still hesitant or hiding something. Like, well, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not. But if one is more than the other, then it's not gonna work, man. That's why it's like, I really admire me and my wife relationship, bro, because it's like we both, that's our thing. It's like we both naked. Like, you have to be naked, bro. Yeah, you have to be naked in a relationship.
Baby, let's get naked.
Yeah. Is that Marcus Houston?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, like, no, that's definitely that.
Something like that.
No, for real. I know it is. I need to add it to mine.
It's it. But still, like you know, because if I'm all in and you're being cautious with me, I'm gonna feel your hesitancy, and I'm gonna honestly feel like you're not rocking with me.
And then guess what that leads to? What's wrong? Like what's
and
wrong?
now I'm pressing the issue.
And then it's like nothing. No, it is something wrong. Like,
and now I'm know. And when as a man we do that, women will completely shut off. I'm putting too much force behind that.
And as a person, let me say this, because as a person who's passionate about people, about feeling good, and about like being on a high vibratory state, I want you up there, man. I see you trip, I see you moping. I want to know what's wrong, but that's a whole nother story, bro. I feel like if I go into that,
that's a whole other topic.
That's a whole other episode.
And I think it was 30 minutes,
bro.
I think.
Look. We gonna give them all. Look, we can't be feeding them because we just gave the first episodes of the appetizers.
Yeah.
Now we just gave them a little entree, but this ain't no regular meal. This is a meal. This is a celebratory meal, so we're gonna have a couple different entrees, we doing a little wine tasting.
Pick what you want.
Got some dessert. So this is the first entree. All right, this is the first entree. We're gonna give them a little more after this, and then we're gonna bring them in for the dessert. All right, sit them all out that way.
And in the words of Jesus, he said in the Bible, remember today, he said, "A man can't live off bread alone." So we can give it all to you. We can get look. That's the end of this week's episode of the Non-Negotiable podcast. I'm Marcus B. We can see y'all next week.
Peace out.
Beat 8 beat.
Can I live? My mind is infested with sick.